All right, new day here. We need to get our separators in, our breathers in, and the plan is to mount all of this stuff in this area here and mirror image that side. Get our fuel pumps in, 2 huge fuel pumps for the E85. It actually requires that we run 2 of them when we do that run. Can't believe we're going to put that much fuel through here, but anyway. And our heat exchanger for the water oil. And what other are we going to do? And we've got some other stuff going on the motor, but that's our project for today. Okay, got the fuel pump bracket in. Kind of in the shadow there, hard to see. On rubber bumpers. Get rid of all the vibration, so we don't have any vibration in the bracket. It's on rubber bumpers there. Looks good. So we got our bracket built here. I'm missing some nut zerks. We'll get those in the next day or two. And it is going to go right here, centered. That's going to hold the water separators, sand separators, and the blow-by canisters on these. Will look really nice. Mirror image right there. Okay, what we got this whole bracket mechanism put in. I don't know what you call it. Our sand traps and our breather canisters are in. Mounted. Now we're setting up all the hoses for the sand traps and figuring out the intercooler here, where it's going, or the heat exchanger, I should say. Intercooler lines, so these are going to feed all of that. Then we've got an oil one here somewhere also that has to go in right here in line. So a lot of plumbing. Okay, we got some wire harness stuff going on the engine, and everything's kind of falling into place fairly well. This will not reach up to the front like we were hoping, but kind of a bit of a blessing in disguise, because we are going to mount this baby. Actually going to mount it right here, so it's a nice, great place for it. Wiring harness will fit right to it, no problem. Built some standoffs for that. Got all of our plumbing rigged and all of that. I think this is where our oil filter, remote oil filter, is going to go. We are literally making this up as we go. Everything's falling kind of into place, so far so good. Also, want to make a shout out. Unfortunately, my father passed away just after Christmas, and we had a gathering at the house, and my aunt and cousins and family and friends all gathered. And I want to shout out to my Aunt Donna. She watches all my videos and loves them and can't wait for the next one. So hi, Aunt Donna, Cindy, Vicky, the whole family. Love you guys. Back to work. So we were making really good progress, and then Justin decided to go break my $200 Harbor Freight bandsaw.
She's done for.
Yeah. Good morning, back in the shop. We got a whole bunch of stuff showed up here. J Industries sent us our new vents here. Got 3 of those for the pumps that are coming. Made a bezel for the RLB switch bracket that we're going to put in the dash. We got our parts for the coils. Here's the coils. And what else did we get? Oh, we got our start-stop switch. Kind of cool looking, huh? All lights up. Light up tab switch. Should work. We got the Mojo boat in the house behind the Mojo Razor. We got Panchito in the house.
What's up? How are you? Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. And big day. Paul's showing up here today, and we are going to start on the body, the roll cage, the window, all the engine stuff. He's here for 2 weeks non-stop. We should see a lot of progress. Paul has arrived from Montana. 22-hour drive?
22 this time. Usually takes 18, but
Yeah, he drove a little slower this time for some reason. We have gone over the Mojo boat. We've gone over the 33 boat out there, and we are going to start all the front window, roll cage, all the good stuff. I'm very excited about this episode. Is going to be making some visible change to the boat, which is exciting. So buckle up, let's get to work. Well, Paul ain't screwing around here. He brought some serious equipment. Nice. Got a stretcher shrinker. Guess that's what that is. Yeah. I don't know. Anxious to see how this all works. So I've had people ask how we put our windows in our boats. This is actual glass. It's like a Ford Ranger or something. I'm not sure, but that's the tag from the window company. Here's the window info. I don't know if that shows up. So that's the windows we put in the Mojo boat and the 33 boat. And so what Paul's doing is now welding in a temporary brace. Can't watch that. Welding in a temporary brace to hold the window in place, and basically make 3 of them, which you'll see, and set this window in there. It's exactly where it needs to be on the boat, and we will then build the cage around the window. The window is what sets the tone for everything on this boat. All right. We got our temporary brace. We've decided that we're going to lower this window 2 inches. So this bracket, we have it sitting on. This is all temporary, of course, just to locate the window. But we're going to lower that 2 inches, and we're going to rake it back just a tiny bit more. Looks a little too family truckster going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that looks so much better. We actually lowered it 2 inches and raked it a little bit more. It's a little bit past 0, but so is that boat. A little bit past 0. 0 meaning perfectly level with that bottom arc of the window. But when we stand back and look at it, that looks better. Much better. Much better. So this is how we get the window to temporarily sit where we want it. Now we can build the cage around it. Getting ready to cut this 2-inch, what is that, 1/8 wall? 120. All aluminum. Start building the roll cage. It's not an exact science, like we have lots to waste. On here, this is the attention to detail that we're getting here. See that print that's on there, right there? Justin is taking the time to wipe it off to make sure that we don't see the print on our heat shrink.
That's it.
Attention to detail. Okay, we drilled a hole here. We've got our vertical pipe tube that's going to go here. That's going to sit over this hole so we can get all of our wiring up through here and into the center. And you will see why we need to do that a little later. All right, new morning here. We got our first upright in place right here. A-pillar in place. Paul's working on the first piece of sheet metal on the boat right here. He's already got it formed and notched and looking pretty sharp. And Justin's still working on the injector lines. It turned out really nice. Look how clean that is.
She's looking good.
Beautiful. I gotta say, the attention to detail these guys are putting onto this boat is show quality, like SEMA show quality. And I'm anxious to see what this thing's gonna look like done. And how a little piece of sheet metal can make me so happy.
Huh? Well, you just wait.
Uh-oh, boss man's calling. Let's see what's going on. Mojo Phil. It is one of our sponsors, West Coast Electric, is on his way here to check out the progress of the boat, and he is the owner now of the Mojo boat, and he needs to be the owner of this sharp looking Mojo ride that tows it, because it is a package, you know, it's the whole package. Gotta have it.
Shoot, your next reel is gonna be looking pretty good.
I think so. Bill from West Coast Electric just showed up. So he hasn't seen this since we picked it up in Oregon. What do you think? Is that crazy?
Phenomenal. Just phenomenal. Wow.
A lot of work into this thing right now.
And you built all these?
That's the only thing we bought right there. Everything else is built.
And what does Paul think of his
I wonder
welding
that.
there?
His what, wiring?
You know, his welding.
Probably not as good as him, but
It's pretty good.
I got it done.
Good enough for the girls I go out with.
Yeah, he's a badass, so.
What a project to be involved in, huh?
Yeah, it's been fun.
I just appreciate everybody donating all their time for this. Not.
So that alignment there,
Yeah.
how do you do that?
Justin?
We did a whole lot of measuring. And some more measuring.
My wife, beautiful wife, just brought me my birthday present. I have no clue what it is.
Don't cut yourself.
All right.
It's a curved light bar.
Look at that.
Crap, this thing's big. Okay. Look at that. 2 inches up, yeah. Like perfect, huh? Follows the curve and everything.
Is it going to overhang or is it going to...
Well, it would be better if it was like right there.
Okay.
That's where we'd really like it.
A visor too, almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul banging. We get the crossbar, 2-inch crossbar. And we got the B pillars right here. B pillars are going to go right here, like so. Weld that in, and then do a intersection like this.
This seat's all
It's
the way
gonna be
back?
good. Yeah. Cool. Created a template of the back cage with all the numbers, and we're pre-building the whole thing here, and then we take it over there. You see the B pillars are on, maybe temporarily, and now this is the top, and we'll get this notched, mitered, and indexed onto here. These are set temporarily, but they're set to match the angle of the front. Nice straight line right there. The cab will be perfectly square, yet the bars stick out a little. That's pretty common on the Mojo boat. And we got the 33 boat back from getting serviced, because these two boats are going on a trip up the Colorado River in a week or two. So we've got the B pillars in intact. We've got the roof lines figured out. Got the A pillars all in, top bar all in, top bar on the B pillar all in. I'm going to build a cross brace in here tomorrow and cross it to the floor as well for strength. We're going to put these arcs in, but I got to go make 2 more, because we're going to have to match that for the gold wing door panels that are going to open up right here. And I need to also match that with some of this 1-inch. So we're gonna get a bunch more of this, and we have a plan. Believe it or not, this stuff takes so much time to figure out when you've never done it before, but it's coming along nicely. Get back at it tomorrow. All right, we removed the seats and the center console, so we've got all this room to work. Paul is building the arcs right now. The arches that are going to go in here. Those are like a 120 wall.
Yeah, 120.
121 by 1.5 I think we ended up with, or 1.75 inches.
Yep, 1.5.
Yeah, and you can see the arc built into it. Those are going to give us that arced ATV look. This is a stock cage, but you get the point. Versus the Mojo boat, which has the flat roof, or the 33 boat has the flat roof. Those are much simpler to make. This one, not so simple. Yeah, and you see the arc in there. Cut the back to match the
I'm gonna
front.
fix this and fix this real quick before I get
Cool.
this tacked in.
So quick update on our center console here. We've got our cup holders going in right here. We're going to have some rocker switches here for a little surprise that we have cooking up. Not going to divulge that just yet. You're going to have to stay tuned. We've got our heater going in here with our ducting and so on. This will all get paneled. This will all get paneled. We'll have venting in the side right here for our heater, fresh air in, and our ducting coming out the front, coming out the side. Gonna make it really, really comfortable in there. So start body work on that, and starting body work on the front fascia and around the windows. Getting some templates made, or yep, got the first arch in. Looking sweet. So we have our RLB chase light. We want to set the width of that up there, figure out where our down tubes are going to go. We've already laid it out once, but basically we're going to fit our RLB chase light right in here and get our down tubes going to each corner for our C-pillars. And then we're building our A+ pillars right here. I don't know what else to call them. A1, A2 pillars right here for support, and these mirror brackets that we've got that will hold the mirror on right here. So we'll get started on that. And our coil packs all showed up. They'll go on these brackets here, stacked probably somewhere on the back of the engine here. Nice. Beautiful. Taking the horns off. Got the bottom fascias going in on Paul's working on the other side over there. We've got the roll cage spider webbed out, getting ready to weld the last part in. Got our arc and our ceiling. And we're making our C-pillars right now that are going to go here. Justin's over making those right now. We are slowly making progress. Okay, it's definitely nighttime now. Most people have gone home, but Paul's still working. We have our C-pillars in, just tacked in. We've got all of our cage completely welded in. Beautiful welds. Windows coming together, and we've got our roof design kind of figured out. How this is going to arc in here and have a straight spot here and fold up. We've got linear actuators coming. Got our other C-pillar here to go on the other side, but then we're going to start building our frame for our engine cover that's going to go in here tomorrow. So see you then. All right, new morning. Paul has created our hinge system for our roof that we're going to 3D print these and test them to get the gull wing roof panels to lift up. We've got our center console pretty much done. We've got a heater in it, and we've got our Roush fire extinguisher installed right here on the back console. This is where it'll be sitting, behind the seat in the center console, and that's a really good location for that. We got our C-pillars gonna go in today, and should finish the front window, and then start working on the dash and all the components going into that. Get to work. Paul's just finishing dyeing out the window here. Got this side all welded up. Starting to look a little more finished. We are starting to lay our dash. So this is our 12-inch Holly, our start-stop, ignition on, our RLB. This is a 3D printed fascia that we're going to use to template the RLB, and then this will get done in aluminum. This is all billet aluminum anodized, and then we have our Garmin. It's gonna, I think it's a 10-inch Garmin, really big. So we're gonna start laying that out next. Our fascia's on, center console's in and bolted into its permanent home. You've got to put all the tubing on it and cut holes for the vents to come out of on the side panels. That we're going to start to drop the seat in here, start building the dash. Next item. And let's see what else. We got our one C-pillar in temporarily. Justin's making the other C-pillar. That's where they're going to line up. Looks really good. Onto the dash. We're putting the driver's seat back in so that I can sit in there and figure out where all this components have to go. So it's kind of a temporary install for now. Got good clearance behind the roll cage, good clearance on the center console, everything where it should be. So time to take a break. All Sunday action. Taking the 33 boat out. Just had it serviced by the service guy in Lodi, Nathan, and just take it out, shake it down before we go on this trip that we have planned. Going to the Colorado River with the Mojo boat under the cover, and the 33 boat, all the razors. And I was hoping to have this thing ready to rock and roll by then, but too much work, too little time. So is what it is.